Kylie Jenner has been showing off a lot of new looks recently, but her most recent one has been the most controversial. So many people on social media have been left confused about Kylie Jenner's look.
Just like, why do people think it's okay to talk about me?
What happens when one of the world's most scrutinized celebrities finally cracks under the weight of relentless criticism? Kylie Jenner's tearful breakdown on national television reveals the harsh realities behind the glamorous facade. Dive into the emotional aftermath of living under the microscope and discover the real impact of beauty standards and social media on mental health. One of the living embodiments of today's beauty ideals and the prevalence of the social media presence is Kylie Jenner, and she also recently became the subject of controversy. With over 100 million followers and counting, Kylie is among the most successful businesswomen, a social media tycoon with ample ire directed to her appearance. This was brought to a tragic point in season 2 of The Kardashians earlier this year, when she could no longer take it and cried over the bullying she had experienced since her teenage years. Kylie and Kendall Jenner's scene from the episode broadcasted on June 20th, 2024, draws the audience's attention to a dramatic scene. Sitting on a couch, 26 years old, Kylie cried and said that this kind of hate in public spaces and in comments to her on the internet affected her mental condition. "Since I was 13, people have been discussing how I look. It just gets tiring," said Jenner through tears. This left her helpless and vulnerable, as she confirmed to the social worker that though she may be overly assertive, all the negativity has not regressed with her. Reminiscing the pain her sister went through, Kendall also sobbed, which proves that being a member of the Kardashian-Jenner family comes with much emotional pressures due to social limelight. Kylie said in a confessional, "I hear nasty things about myself all the time, and I never cried about this though, but I guess it did." Kylie also experienced public criticism beginning from her childhood, as depicted here. Being part of the Kardashian-Jenner empire, every action by her has been scrutinized and criticized. The criticism was taken to the next level when she began adapting different looks. Nevertheless, there are a lot of discussions on the internet about her, about the use of various services of a plastic surgeon, even though she denies them every time, stating that she only had fillers in her lips and an augmentation of her breasts. During the interview with Wall Street Journal conducted on November 2023, she said, "I've never touched my face," commenting on the rumors about cheek fillers and other surgeries she might have undergone. Not only from the people of society, but even her own family members used to comment on her clothes and looks. On the show, Kylie once spoke about how her family members used to tease her about ears, which was very painful to her. She admitted that she did not tie her hair up at public functions for 5 years, until the day she saw her daughter's identical ears. It also is evident that use of social media plays an important role in changing perception of people. Today's social media, including Instagram and TikTok, has only helped critics and trolls to increase the volume of their criticisms. Kylie's every post on social media is followed by admiration and equally rude remarks. A video of Kylie and her best friend Stassi Karanicolaou, where Kylie looked more real, was criticized for her apparently overdone use of Botox and fillers. The scene with Kylie's breakdown also raised a more universal issue of life in the public eye and its effects on mental health. Kendall Jenner in the KWTK season finale said that being exposed to the media in their everyday light moment makes everything 10 times tense. Kylie has never hid her decision to take the procedures. She began with lip fillers during her teenagehood. The act of getting breast enhancement at 19, she said, was one made in consultation, and this was in the party era, wanting to look like the eye-popping beauties she saw on screens. The woman admitted, though, that probably if she had had such choices to make, she would prefer to wait till after having kids. That, however, has not spared her criticisms. They say that she promotes an unattainable beauty and uncomfortable for some, though she equally influences the young ones. Kylie Cosmetics and Inc., also a billion-dollar business that some critics speculate exploited what she had been criticized for, signify this criticism. Many fans reacted to Kylie's breakdown with understanding and even solidarity, since many of them could relate to her experience. People took to social media to reassure her that people want the realness, the honesty, and the rawness that she was showing. The series of events also again raised the question about the necessity of such surgeries, whether influencers set a good example for young people, and what kind of impact they have on their followers. Some viewers' opinion is that while it is pleasant that Kylie is sincere, she cannot escape the fact that she does affect others. They argue that her brand sells products that can sustain anxiety since it encourages other people, especially the youth, to aspire to artificially altered appearance. The episode can be seen as an important step in the discussion of the main causes and effects of the problems with body image and self-esteem linked to the influence of social networks. Hearing that, one can be reminded that there is nothing a perfect Instagram post behind which there aren't actual feelings. Kylie's tears shows that know how much success or money can shield a person from the effects of hate from the public. Kylie and other girls also have a desire to change this discourse. Therefore, the text reflects the desire of Kylie and other girls to change it. Specifically, she would like to change the perception of the beauty standards of women through the influence of her page. This just comprises of revealing the actress's personal experiences and the difficulties of living a life that is in the limelight. That way, she can encourage the people to accept who they are and become kinder to not only themselves, but also to other people. Kylie Jenner's breakdown over criticism of her appearance can be seen as much more than just social concern portrayed on reality show. Still, it has become an important statement on the expectations of contemporary beauty, the influence of social networks on their formation, and the emotional price that people have to pay for it. Perhaps people, including women, need to be wary of aspiring to be like Kylie, since the constant scrutiny and harsh comments she has received since she was 13 years show another facet of this life, where people are more often than not dehumanized and objectified for their beauty. This particular event has implications on a more general level as to how societal expectations and media representations affect one's self-esteem and mental health. Through Kylie's admission of such issues, we are encouraged to stop and think about how we address or prescribe to the definition of beauty. It raises the question of compassion, sweet temper, and the recognition of all the types of beauty and faces that don't conform to weightless, blonde, blue-eyed standards promoted by the majority of magazines. Thus, the interaction should be considerate of each subject and maintain an understanding of the fact that everyone is only human and can make mistakes. Thus, if the community accepts its members, pools faith in them, and teaches them to accept the world for what and who we are, we can lessen the effect of those beauty standards that are unattainable.